iPhone blink. Going live. Going live. Why am I... Alright, cool, I am live. Cool. I think... Hotline link. I wanna mean one thing. Oh, I better not do that, because get copyright. Ugh. Everybody, they're rolling up. People are rolling up to see the show in action. Right, let's have a look here. How's that looking? That's not bad, is it? Dude, what's that there? That's a little bit of black. Why is there a little bit of black on my screen there? The hell? What the hell? That's weird. One sec. Yeah, there we go. That's no black there now. God, that was really annoying me, that was. Right. Let me have a positioning session. We've got to position myself, cool. Right. So, it is the Discord call-in today. So, we're going to see if this works. We're going to see if people want to do this. People don't want to do it. We shall just have normal questions in the chat. I'm posting a link in the chat to Discord. That will take you to my Discord server. If you have a microphone and the inclination to do this, you can sign up for Discord. You only need to literally put like an email and a name in there or password or whatever. Very quick to do. You then drop into the Discord server. And then what we can do is I can drag you over and we can do an audio calling session. This way, if I was thinking of using my phone, and I'm still considering it. So I've got my old phone over here, you see. But the problem with that is I can't filter out trolls, spammers, all the rest of it. With Discord, I can actually filter people out a little bit, and I can only drag the people over into my audio section where you'll be able to hear the audio, who I know are sound, essentially, are cool. Because I don't want to get a phone call or drag someone over here who's just literally spouting off a load of crap and, you know, is a troll or something. So this way on Discord I can monitor it a bit more easily than doing the phone calls, but I am still considering doing the phone thing. I've got a new SIM for my old phone, so I may consider doing a phone in that way as well. We'll see if it works. We'll see if people want to do it. If they don't want to do it, then we shall just have questions in the chat as normal. But I thought it's something new, something a little bit different, so yeah, we'll try it. So, can everyone hear me alright? Is everything okay? Because I've not done the green screen and everything for quite a while, so I just want to make sure it's all working cool. I don't know whether, I'm guessing people can hear me, otherwise they would be moaning that they can't hear me, and no one's doing that. So we've got Andy Robinson, we've got Jim Jams, we've got Roofies 11-7. We've got Money Mental, who is over in the Discord, actually. Andrew's over in the Discord, so we've at least got one person over there. Esports Game Master, hi there, for the third week on a row. So that's getting a bit of regular, aren't you now? Crispy in there. We've got Gary, Southwest Sellers has just joined. So we've got 12 people in. So if you haven't already, please do say hi in the chat. And as I say, we shall do the calling in a minute. I'm just going to see, does this chair go up any? Might have to tilt that down a bit more. There we go, it's a bit better. I just want you to actually see a bit more of me, because I seem to be a bit low then. Steve Green's in. Hi there, Steve. I've just popped a link to Discord in the chat. So if you've got the inclination and you can be bothered, you can go over there, quickly sign up for Discord. Takes about a minute or two, and then what we're going to do is an audio call-in today. So I'm going to people on Discord who are on Discord, I'm going to do like a little audio thing so that then people can ask me questions that way. If you don't have the inclination to do it, you just can't be bothered, no worries. I get that, you know, it's just signing up for something else and stuff, and I know that not everyone will want to do that. So if we just have a couple of people in there, that's perfectly fine. If you don't want to do the Discord, the chat is still open for questions, so drop your questions in the chat, please. And that's about it. Esports Gamer says, love your streams, make up for the lack of sales later in the week. Yeah, my lack of sales. Yeah, it's been actually, that's something to... Hang on, what was that? Weird. I thought there was something outside then or something. Something... Was it my chair? I don't know, something weird just... there was some weird noise then. Yeah, anyway, so... What was I saying? Yeah, so that's something I need to say. My sales have increased, actually. They've picked up a little bit, so... Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. You know, it's not... what was it? Monday was good. Sunday was good. Saturday, I think, was pretty good. Or was it Friday that was pretty good? Anyway, it's been okay the last few days, so I can't complain, really. Do you use promoted listings on eBay? I do use promoted listings on eBay. I use promoted listings. I do multi-buy. I do send offers to watchers. Oh, everything you can bloody think of, I do it, you know, so it's just everything I do, really. So yeah, I'm pretty glad that my sales have picked up, really. It's been weird. It's been weird the last few days. So we're going to pop over to Discord, see if anyone's in there. Oh, we've got a few people in there. So what I shall do is we shall try and do this. And now, I'm not promising it's going to work perfectly, flawlessly the first time, right? So just bear that in mind. But I set it up. I set it up with my mate Ryan. And, right, is everyone in? If you're in the Discord, jump over to the call-in waiting room. Set up your microphone. And then jump over to the call-in waiting room. And then, obviously, I can drag you over. Let me just, yeah, no one's in the call-in waiting room. So you need to put your mic on. And then you need to jump into the voice channel, which is the call-in waiting room. And then I will drag you over. And then what's happening, and because I'm a bit bloody funny like this, and you can't predict me, I've put on a timer, right? So everyone gets a certain time limit. Right, so what I can see is a couple of people have jumped into the call-in waiting room. What you need to do is, if you've not got a green circle round your name, you need to go into user set. Well, first of all, make sure your mic's set up all cool. You need a mic to do this. I don't know whether I said that, but obviously it's an audio calling, so you'll need a mic. Then go into user settings, and then you want to go... Oh no, is it not user settings? Yeah, it is user settings, voice and video, and then the input sensitivity, you want to drag it all the way to the left, so then it's fully green if your mic isn't already working. And then obviously you can check your mic. There's a little let's check your mic test if it isn't working. Now when Ryan and me tested it out, what happened was as soon as he went in the call-in waiting room, his mic came on fine. So it might be the fact that you don't need to do any of that, and it might come on perfectly fine. But Money Mental's in there now, and he's not got a little green thing around his name, so I don't know. Oh no, he has. One sec, let me mute my channels here. Right, let me drag Andrew over. I'm gonna drag Andrew over, so you'll hear Andrew's voice in a sec. I'm just gonna, or you might do. I don't know whether he's fully on, but right, I'm gonna make Andrew a reselling rebel, and we're gonna drag him over.
Oh, he has. I am green.
Right, there we go. Cool. Right, could you pause your Thursday talks at your end? Because there's a bit of feedback.
Pause.
Right, cool. Right, so is that everything done? Sorted?
We're up.
Right then. Right, one sec. Let me get the timer up. There you go. Right. Right, you got a minute to ask me a question you want. 57 seconds now.
I don't know what question to ask here.
Well, 51 seconds.
How does it feel to be live on more than one platform at the same time?
I suppose it's not too bad. It's not really that I'm live on Discord. It's just that I'm using it to be live on YouTube, I suppose. But it's weird because I've got my setup working. Actually, just talk again. Oh yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, cool. I'm just gonna go in the chat to make sure you're gonna have to be my test subject actually.
Oh God.
Right. Yeah. Can everybody hear Andrew? That's what I want to know. Can everyone hear Andrew?
Hey everybody.
And then we'll wait about 10 minutes for people to bloody come through because it's on a delay. Yeah, anyway, how are you? We may as well have a bit of a chat.
I'm alright, I'm good. I'm just trying to get some stuff listed, but eBay keeps saying, keeps failing on me.
I'm
Don't know why.
gonna have to kick someone because they're bloody putting a load of spam in there. So right, he's been kicked. This is the only problem. We're gonna get like loads of bloody spammers and trolls in here.
Yeah, I'm looking at some interesting pictures that have just come from bigger stickers.
I know. Good job it's not actually on the stream. Right, Andrew, I'm gonna... Actually, can I... On the resign... I need to set up my roles properly in here. One sec. Server settings. Roles. Can resign rebels kick members? One sec. Right, we'll be with you in a minute, guys. I'm just sorting... Right. Andrew, you now have the ability to kick members and ban members. So...
Alright.
But that means that anyone I drag through, I'm gonna have to actually make a separate role. Right, we're just gonna have to... I should have done this beforehand, but... How do I make a new role? New role, there we go. Mod. Right, I'm just making a moderator role so that then... people can actually, certain people can actually keep it all kind of in check. Right then, save changes to that. Right, and then got to go on this one. Okay, remember.
There you go. I've now banned bigger stickers.
Right, okay, now I've got to make you a mod. So I want your role as mod as well. Right, now you're a mod, so that's cool. And you're also a Resound Rebel, so you can join the chat. Right, cool. So, if you've got any more questions for me, Andrew, go for it now, and then I will pull in, I think Esports Game Master. Actually, Esports Game Master, have you got your mic working? Have you got it all sorted before I pull you in the chat? Right, I'll just check the old chat as well. Yeah, we can hear him. Cool. So we're saying we can hear you.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, I think we can hear you. Right. Yeah, so if you've got any more questions, Andrew, then just fire away.
What's been your best sale this week so far?
Oh, my God, I don't know. Probably about 30 quid sale. 40 quid sale, something like that. Let me get it up on eBay. I got my app out open anyway, so... Get my old app open.
Esports Gamer Master says he's trying to make stuff work now, but it might take a while.
That's alright, don't matter. I've had plenty of 20. Oh, how much have I had today? Oh, is it 1st of August? Oh, I didn't know that.
It is.
Thought it was 31st. I've literally, yeah, like 30 quid is probably my max this week. I've had a lot of... between 20 and 30, I've had quite a lot of. Yeah, I've had...
You're doing better than me.
Why, what have you had? Have you been... Has it been alright?
My highest sale was $13.99.
$13.99. Do you do under £10 items or not?
Yeah, I do. Because I do the gaming, don't I? So I've got loads when the £10
Oh yeah,
items.
you got all them games, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah. They fly out though, but they're not flying out this week for some reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he said it there, Annie Esports Gamer. Yes, I just can't be bothered with the under 10 quid stuff anymore. I'm trying to transition to 15 to 20 quid items because I'm just like, I did Lego minifigs for like between £2 and £5 for ages, and you know they're just shoving a jiffy anyway. But
yeah.
Like I just got so bored with it. Like every time I got a ka-ching, it was like, well, not every time obviously, but a lot of the times were like £2.99, £4.99. And it just like started to grate on me because I was thinking, oh, I've got to pack that up for £3. It's like, oh. But it's good to do it though, to get the experience. Like I did it for 2 years or so. And I enjoyed it, but then I thought, well...
It's alright if you're doing enough volume.
Yeah.
It's just annoying when you've only sold 2. And you're like, that's it for the day. What's the point?
Yeah. That's how it was with the minifigs. I was selling maybe like probably a few more than that, maybe like 4 or 5 a day, something like that. But obviously that wasn't my main kind of thing. I was doing other items as well. But it just got boring just doing like $2.99, $2.99, $2.99. It's like, but I suppose if it is shoving a jiffy, it's not, it doesn't take long anyway. Right, we've got a few more people in the chat. We've got Peter Ray's come to say hi. Thought I'd pop in and
Peter.
say hi. Antoinette Daly, hi there, another regular. And not my cup of tea, Southwest Sellers says. See you next week. Where's he gone? Southwest Sellers, Gary's always in. What is he doing? Not my cup of tea. Yeah, that's about everything from the chat anyway. So, when Esports Gamer is sorted, if you drop a message over in Discord, and then we can drag you in. And then, someone else has popped in the Discord, actually, Everyday Reseller. I don't know who that is. Do you have a clue who that is? Everyday Reseller? Problem is, people are going to start creating fake names and stuff, and then it's going to be bloody hard to see who's trolls and see who's not.
Everyday Reseller. Can't be Steve Green then, he never sells anything any day.
Everyday Steve Green, yeah. And we've got Yasmin in. Hi there, Yasmin. Another regular. Yeah. It's interesting anyway. I've wanted to do it for quite a while, doing like a little calling thing. It's cool. As I say, once I've got my phone up and running, I can also do the phone thing. Actually, I've got a message thing on here. We're nearly finished. Now you need to turn your phone off and on again. Oh, cool. Oh, no, he's just great. It's another bloody guy. Get him off. Get him off.
Die.
Ban. Oh, they're just going to create loads.
Honestly.
They're going to create loads of fake accounts just to do it. Damn it. So yeah, if you are available to go over on the Discord, then go for it. If you've got any comments or questions or queries, drop them in the chat. And yeah, I'll answer plenty of questions, whatever anyone's got. And also, I recorded Reselling Rebels today. So I usually record them on a Wednesday, actually, but I recorded it on a Thursday this week. So that will be going live on Monday. That is the rise of YouTube in reselling, so that'll be quite a cool one. Hi, Andrew on Discord, lol. No wonder he gets much done with everything else. Yeah, actually, I want to ask, how do you get a lot done? Because you have your full-time job, and then you do a lot on social media, don't you, with reselling?
I just don't sleep.
You literally, like, how much sleep do you get?
About 4 or 5 hours a night if I'm lucky.
My God.
Yeah, I don't know, I just don't need to sleep. So I do about 2 or 3 hours a day on eBay.
Yeah.
I do my day job about 8 or 9 hours. And then the rest of the time is eating, walking the dog, and messing about on social media.
Yeah. God, because I see you in like, or I've, I can kind of observe that you're talking to a lot of people or you're in a lot of groups and stuff. It's like, whoa. I mean, because I did that for a while, and the amount of time it takes to do it, it's brilliant. Like the social aspect of it is brilliant, but it soon drains your time. Like literally, I could spend, if I'm talking to someone who I'm really friendly with, I'm just talking to them for ages and ages, and then hardly doing any work. It's crazy how quick it eats into the time. We've got Seb in there as well. Not Sib K, but Seb. Steve has joined us. I don't know whether I've seen Steve in the chat before, so hi there. And that seems to be about everyone else who's joined. I don't think there's any questions or anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any questions. I'm going to pop over to Discord, see if... No, Esports Gamer hasn't come back to me, so I don't know whether he's... Let me just pop over to... Oh no, he's not even in the calling waiting room anymore. I don't know where he is. Don't know where he is.
Oh,
Whoa!
it's not Peter Ray.
No, I know that's not Peter. This is not gonna work, is it? This is proper not gonna work because people are just gonna create. Wait, where? Oh crap! Have you banned him?
Yeah.
Right. Oh my god. Wait, he's still typing. Oh no, there we go.
Too many trolls on this one, ads.
Yeah, I know. Thank God that it's not actually like the screen isn't Discord. My God, you know the live stream.
Some of those pictures. If you're gonna troll, at least send me some decent pictures to look at, please.
Oh my God, that was mental. That was mental. Yeah, might actually be better doing it on the phone. But the problem is with this is literally if I do it on the phone, I'll get spammed or I'll get trolled, and then if I don't do it on the phone, I will get trolled in here. It's like you can't. Oh, he says I still can't get my audio to work. Might have to leave it till next time. Have you tried? Yeah, it's all right if you want to leave it till next time. But have you tried what I said about doing the voice and video, and then doing the input sensitivity to one side? I don't know. It might just be that your mics. Oh, actually no. Sometimes you actually have to go into voice and video, and then when it says input device, you have to select your microphone, and then when it says output device, you have to select your speakers that you're using on your computer. So yeah, it might be that as well. That might help you out. But can you do it on Google next time? What? How do you mean on Google? Where on Google? Do you know what he means by that, Andrew? Google.
I think he means do a Google Hangout.
Yeah, but I can't do Google Hang. I can do StreamYard, but I don't want to do StreamYard. But that's basically just normal, isn't it? That's just like a normal hangout.
Ads, have you had the Andrew Money Mental Nightmare yet?
Wait, what's this? Is that from the chat?
Yeah, I'm your best dream, not nightmare.
Ads, have you had the Money Mental Nightmare yet? Or any wild dreams involving other resellers? I had one involving Nick Hills and a Furby, but I'm keeping that for my reselling autobiography. I don't know. I'm trying to. I've had a few dreams of resellers, but I can't remember because it was so long ago. I can't really formulate the dream. I can't really remember it. But I have definitely had dreams about different resellers. It's kind of weird. Because like I sometimes have dreams of friends and stuff, but I've never. It really was weird when I started dreaming about other resellers because I've never met them in person or anything, and so you wouldn't really feel like your brain could construct a full image of them, but seemingly somehow it does do in the dream. It's really weird that. But yeah, I've had a few dreams of resellers, but yeah, I can't really remember what it was like. But no, I haven't had the Money Mental Nightmare, whatever even that means. I've never dreamt of Andrew actually.
There's no such thing as dreaming about me is a pleasure, not a nightmare.
Esports Game Master, do you have any tips for taking pictures of things that are very, very small? Maybe a couple of M&Ms inside. Oh, M&Ms. I said M&Ms, it's millimeters. My God. Yeah, maybe a couple of millimeters. I don't know. How much is a couple of millimeters? That's almost non-existent, isn't it? That's crazy small. That's like, here's my ruler. I've got my ruler up here. Literally, that's like nothing, a couple of millimeters, because that's a centimeter there, so that's tiny. I don't know. Could you do it through a microscope, maybe? I don't know whether that would work. Not a microscope, what do you call it? Magnifying glass, that's it, not a microscope. I know some people do the magnifying glass for earrings and stuff like that. So, yeah, maybe a microscope. Not a microscope, a magnifying glass. So, but I never... Do you take anything that small, Andrew? Like photos?
Never.
No. Couple of millimeters, that's really small.
But I know you can get attachments that you can put onto your smartphone camera that'll act as a zoom in on it. So
Yeah.
people use them for like taking pictures of, close-ups of coins and stuff like that to show the condition.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've seen they use them for. Sometimes they use like fisheye ones for doing videos, so it makes the lens look kind of oddly distorted somehow, or kind of a bit overly. But yeah, I've seen people do it with a magnifying glass. I think it was Beck did it with a magnifying glass to do her earrings or jewellery or something. Let me have a look in the chat. I don't think there's anything else. It doesn't matter. Open to. Oh yeah, Peter's got a meetup as well, a reseller meetup coming up. In what is it, 20 something of August? I saw it on his. What was it, on his community tab post? Oh wait, have we got someone else in?
Scat appreciate.
Oh, for God's sake! Go away! This is not working. This I didn't think about the whole.
Oh my God! I did not want to see that.
What I know, they were bad. Them pictures, weren't they? They were bad. Oh God, they were bad. Look, someone's in the chat as you, Money Mentalist. Ban that guy because that's clearly not
really?
you. Oh no, wait, you can ban people for lifetime, can't you? But then we just create another account. Damn it. I wish there was a way. Is there not a way of like, we can't really predict when we're going to make a new account though, can we? So there's not really any way of doing it, is there?
No.
Nah. Damn it. Yeah, I didn't think about the trolling side of this, to be honest. I didn't think we'd get. I just naively assumed we wouldn't get any trolls. Yeah, here we are.
People obviously have too much time on their hands.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes me think. I wonder who it is. I don't mind it. I'm not that bothered by it, but I just want to know who it is. You know, it's because they're all coming in at like random names. They're all just random names. Yeah, but nothing else in the chat anyway. We're a bit low today. We've only got 22 people watching. Normally we're about 30 odd. That's weird. Great idea, Peter. Hope loads come. Yeah, so yeah, is it? I don't know whether Peter's put in the chat, but I think it's around the 20 odd of August. Are you going to that, Andrew? You normally go to a lot of meetups, don't you?
I don't know. It depends on the finances. It's a week before payday, so I may be too poor. But if I get loads of sales, I'll be there to pester you in person, Peter.
I'm just going to check on his channel because it was in that community tab. Is that another spammer coming?
I says he's not going to post any scat this time.
Who is it? That's what they've obviously said to. They've obviously heard me say, who is it? Just want you to let you know. Wait, just wanted to let you know I'm a big fan of yours. How can I trust that? How can I? If you're one of the same people that are putting all these bloody weird pictures, how can I trust the fact that you are a big fan? You know,
they're obviously not a fan of mine though.
I watched Thursday Talks. Well, fair enough, yeah. But why bother posting the pictures just because Andrew's in it or something? I don't get it. Anyway, it's a bit of fun. It makes it a bit fun. 24th of August, that Southeast Reseller Meetup for resellers and non-resellers. 24th of August at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. The Faraday. Don't know where the Faraday is. Somewhere in around Epsom or something, I guess, or in that area, I suppose. Oh, for God's sake, you can go away if you're gonna post pictures like that. Go. God, we create new accounts so quick, don't we?
Yep.
How can we create an account that quick? Like, it's literally, you ban them, and then within like 10 seconds, they're in again. There's no way we can even create an account that quick. It's weird.
I've probably got about 25 different accounts going on.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, maybe they've created accounts in advance. I don't know. Faraday is in the high street. What, in Epsom? I guess it's in Epsom. I'm not too sure. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to close down the whole Discord thing because it's just spamming. So I'm gonna wrap up the Discord for today at least. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Andrew.
No worries. Bye, everyone.
All right. See ya. Right then, let me server mute. Right, let's mute that. I'll close this down. Right, we are just back to questions only. I was so naive to think that there wouldn't be any trolls over there yet. Yeah, clearly that wasn't the case. So thank you to Andrew anyway for joining me. And what I need to do actually as well, you know, maybe doing a call in at some point in the future. I might entertain the idea. But what I might do is try and look at OBS and seeing if I can do the split screen with OBS and see if I can't get a guest on that way as well. But I thought it would be so good to do the calling, but some people ruin it, don't they? But I thought it was going to be so good to do that calling. We'll drag people across. We'll give people a couple of minutes, and you know, we can ask some questions and that, and then obviously get someone new in. But yeah, people don't want to seem to not want to do that. So. Or at least some people do not. Anyway, if you've got any questions in the chat, as always, drop them in the chat. And we'll just take this for the next 20 minutes, half an hour, as normal, as it normally is. And yeah, so I don't know really what else I've got to talk about. There's not really anything else. I've said about sales being better for me, which is cool. Got the Reselling Rebels on Monday. I've got a vlog that I need to edit, which I've still not edited, so I need to do that today, really, actually, and then that'll be coming up. But yeah, I've not got anything to talk about. I'm really, literally speechless. What hasn't helped with my speechlessness is I did. Is speechlessness a word? Maybe it is. But I did the Reselling Rebels this morning, so I just blurted out a load of stuff that I wanted to say on that as well. So I was talking for an hour on that podcast. So yeah, as I say, drop in the chat if you've got any more questions. I'm just going to quickly look up the chat, see if there's anything else in there, just see if I missed any questions. I don't think I have, but I may as well look up here. Yeah, doesn't look like. Haha, Andrew on Discord, no wonder he did. Oh yeah, I've already read that. Cool. Weird not seeing Andrew but hearing him. Yeah, that is actually quite. I didn't really think of that too much, but it is. Yeah, it's a bit odd. We want to come. I am going to look at trains and work because sometimes I have to work the weekend. Yasmin says. Yeah, I think that that's a good location for a reselling meetup. You know, down wherever it is, Epsom or around. It'll be around that area anyway. Because there's a lot of resellers around that sort of area, or within a few miles. You know, there's quite a few resellers down there, so it's a nice little area for people to meet up. It seems that most of the resellers are, you know, a lot of them seem to be around the London area, just outside London, maybe Essex and that sort of area. I think there's, from the ones that are on YouTube, I think there's a slightly fewer amount up here in the north. I mean, we've got quite a few up here in the north, but not as many as quite down south. So, in terms of the ones I know off YouTube and stuff. So, yeah, I think there's going to be it'll be quite a good little meetup that if people, if people actually go to it. So, we've got Seb says, Adam, how long have you been vegetarian? I've been vegetarian for, I want to say, about a year now. I've been back and forth numerous times of whether to eat meat again. Just because really becoming vegetarian, it was kind of a health decision. Then it turned into a more kind of, I don't know how to describe it, not a religious decision per se, but I suppose it was a little bit, but more just, I kind of started to feel a bit harsh about killing the animals and stuff. But then I've come back on that again, and then I'm like, well, philosophically speaking, I've gone from one end of the field to the other, thinking, right, do I be a vegetarian? Do I be... Because I think it's quite a big life choice. I don't think many people really think of it as much as I do, but it is quite big because it's not whether you're going to eat meat or whether you're not going to eat meat. It's whether, in the base of it, philosophically speaking, whatever, is eating meat right, or is being a vegetarian right, what's the right decision? And the fact is, we don't really know, it's kind of, we can make these arguments for killing animals and stuff like that and saying, well, it's admirable to be a vegetarian because of X, Y, and Z, and I would agree with a lot of those points. But then you could also make points for, animal population, animal population going up and all the rest of it, and needing to, let's say, contain the animal population. That argument is maybe a little bit weak. I'm sure there's other arguments that could be made for eating meat, because obviously at the moment the animal population, like cows and stuff, apparently we're starting to run low on that, and within 30 years or whatever we have to start eating vegetables or insects or other stuff anyway. But there's a good amount of arguments for or against, so it's one of those things that I go back and forth on. I'm not one of these people to really preach and really get angry or militant over saying to people, oh, you should eat veg, or it's completely wrong to eat meat. I can see it from both sides, kind of thing, and it's something that, as I say, I might become a meat eater again at some point in the future, and it is kind of hypocritical of me to say, oh well, I don't eat meat because I don't like harming animals, when for the first 21, 22 years of my life, I ate meat, and I didn't have any qualms with it. So, it's a bit hypocritical of me to say that. So, I'm on the fence, like, I go back and forth with it, really. Right, I have been for a year or so, yeah, did I say? I don't know whether I said. Yeah, but I've been, about a year, I would have said. Maybe a bit over, maybe a bit less. I find that it's good in terms of, what's the word? In terms of, like, a health thing. Not necessarily that I feel a lot of health benefits, but when you're eating meat and stuff, sometimes you can feel a bit bloated and feel, your stomach can feel a bit off and stuff, and maybe, I don't know this, I'm guessing you're at a higher risk of food poisoning being a meat eater, because if you cut your meat out, that's the main kind of focus of food poisoning. So things like that, you've not got a risk of that, or you've got a very, very low risk of it, I would assume. And there's loads of different things. And for me, it's weird as well. My meals seem lighter, and because my meals are lighter, I don't feel bloated, or when I was eating meat, there was sometimes I used to have this pasta dish, and granted it's pasta, so it's going to make you a bit bloated and stuff anyway if you have too much of it. But I had this, thick tomato sauce, and it was lovely, don't get me wrong, but it was very thick as well, very heavy. Thick tomato sauce, and then I'd have not salami, pepperoni in it, and then I'd have loads of veg and stuff in it as well. But whenever I had that, and other dishes of meats as well, I would feel very bloated, I would feel very heavy. Now, when I have things like that, I don't feel as heavy, even when I'm having pasta, because what I do now is I don't have tomato sauce as a pasta sauce. I have pesto. So I have like a pesto-y kind of, it's almost like a rub, or it's not a rub because it's pasta, but it's not necessarily a sauce, it's more of a sort of like a paste, that's it, kind of like a pesto paste. So with that, having the vegetable pasta in that way, with pesto and some veggies, having the pasta doesn't make me feel as bloated, so long as I don't have a crazy amount of it. So things like that I enjoy and I like quite a lot. So anyway, we've got Peter Ray here question: how do you get time to schedule vids? Also, do you relax more these days? How do I get time to schedule vids? I don't really at the moment. I've not scheduled out. Earlier on this year, I'd scheduled out by about 2 or 3 months. And I enjoyed that, and it was brilliant, because I thought to myself, oh great, I'm so relaxed, because I've got videos for ages. I've got videos for literally 2-3 months. But then I started to feel a bit down with it, because I was thinking, well, I've got videos for 2 or 3 months, I don't need to do any videos, and the videos that are coming out are literally, I recorded them a month ago or 2 months ago, and I'd forgot what the content was. So when everyone was commenting on those videos, I was like, hang on, what are they referring to? Because it had been so long since I'd done that video, produced that video and scheduled it, that I felt a very disconnect from my audience, felt very disjointed from my audience, and I mentioned that in a video, I think one Thursday Talks. So I removed that, and I condensed all my videos down, and I did a video a day throughout June or something to get them all out, so that then I was up to speed, and then, I've not got a huge backlog of scheduled videos. So I'm now just working about a week in advance, sometimes a little bit less than that, And I really enjoy that, and I'm going to continue that. I'm not going to work, 6 weeks in advance. It's just stupid. And if I really applied myself and just recorded a load of videos over a few weeks and then did the editing and everything and spent quite a bit of time on my YouTube for a bit, I could schedule them out for ages again, but it just didn't feel natural for me. It didn't feel right for me, and as I say, I felt disjointed from my audience. So yeah, I think that I don't really get time to schedule vids that much, and I don't really want to. I'd rather just keep it as it is. Do I get more time to relax these days? I'm trying. I really am trying. Oh, I won it. Oh, I've won a something on eBay. Little jumper that I've won. You know what? I better pay for this now because it's terrible. It's terrible. But I'm one of them people who sometimes, after a few hours or a day or whatever, I forget to pay. Only for about a day or two. But I don't like doing that. I like paying immediately when I've won an auction or something like that. So I'm gonna pay for this immediately, so then I don't forget for a day or so. And yeah, that's nice. Oh, I'm glad I've won that one because I like that. It's a nice little jumper. But yeah, so what was it? So yeah, I'm trying to relax. That's thanks paid for my order. Right, so I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to have the weekends off. This weekend I had Saturday off, and I had half of Sunday off. Well, a quarter of Sunday off. But I kind of had to do some work this Sunday because there was things that needed doing. And since Sunday I've been working, of course, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've got me listings on the board up there. So, I've been listing every day, doing me normal. I've also got a bit of a project, a little secret project running over on Etsy that I'm doing some work on at the moment. So I'm getting a few listings done over on Etsy, which is interesting because I really do like the Etsy listing format. I'm tempted to do a few videos on Etsy actually, but the problem is with the nature of the stuff I'm selling, it's very competitive. It's not physical products or anything, it's digital products. It's very competitive, and I'm not, I've only made one sale so far, but I don't want to expose people to what I'm doing over there, and then people just copy my ideas and copy what I'm doing and stuff. So I want to keep it a bit more secretive, but saying that, I do want to maybe do some sort of listing tutorial on Etsy if I can try and figure out how I'm going to do that without giving away the products that I'm listing. I don't know. I don't know whether I'll be able to do it, to be honest, but I would like to do that because that's a video that I've not done, something different on my channel, and I'm always about searching for different things that I can do on the channel. So yeah, I am trying to I'm going to relax this weekend. I'm going to have some time off this weekend. I'm going to list some items today. I'm going to list some tomorrow, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm not going to list anything. And I've got quite a few auctions to put on today actually, and possibly a few more auctions to put on tomorrow. So I'm going to do that, and then obviously it means that I can be free over the weekend. And hopefully those auctions, as I say, I put on 5 auctions yesterday, and I've got another 10 to put on today. Potentially I've got another 5 or so to put on from the other room. And yeah, hopefully that'll get me a little bit of cash flowing. Some of them are actually better auctions as well, so they're not just gonna give me like 10 quid back or anything. They're gonna give me a bit more money than that. So potentially it could be a nice little bit of cash flow. So yeah, I'm doing that this week, doing a few more auctions. I did a big photo session on Monday or Tuesday or so, and that was good. I really got through. Actually, it's funny because I did that Reselling Rebels podcast on backlogs this week, and I actually attacked my backlog this week, and I did it. I probably did my best go at my backlog that I've done for ages. And when I say my backlog, I don't mean my backlog in my lockup. I mean my backlog at the house here. But I did my best go at it in quite a while, and I've photoed a load of stuff and got it really cleansed through. So I'm really, really happy with that. And as I say, I'm putting up quite a bit of it on auction because I just want rid of a lot of it. It doesn't owe me a lot of money anyway. I want rid of it, get my profit out of it, get a small amount of profit out of it, get it gone, move on to other stuff. And there's some items in there that'll get me more than enough profit, even just on auction. Because as I say, maybe I've only paid a couple of quid or something for it, and even on auction, I might get 10, 15 quid or something for them. So, I'm still going to get decent profits out of it. But I want to get plenty of stuff on auction, get these sales going again, get some cash flow running. And again, this is my reasoning well, it isn't my reasoning really, I just wanted to do it, but part of the reasoning why I'm trying this other project I'm doing over on Etsy, because it's another avenue, isn't it? You've got to try these other avenues, and potentially if this takes off, which I don't know whether it will, because you guys know, if you've been a regular to the channel, I've done basically a lot of side projects, business projects over the years, and 3, 4, 5 of them haven't taken off, haven't ever got to anything. So I'm not as naive as I once was. I kind of just think to myself, well, look, I'm going to try it because I'd be a fool not to try it, but look, it might take off, it might not, I'm just going to see how it goes kind of thing. That's how my attitude is. I'm not like going into it like, yeah, this is going to make me loads of money, all the rest of it, which isn't a bad way to go into it. It's just sometimes it can be a bit naive and you can get your hopes up a little bit too much. So I'm just going into it with a cool, calm attitude. It might work out, it might not. Hopefully it will. I'm going to put effort into it, all the rest of it, but we'll just see. But if that does take off, if it were to do something for me, then because it's not physical products, I don't have to ship them out, I don't have to do any of that, so it means that I'm basically getting a bit of cash flow in, a bit of money in, without really doing anything, without shipping anything out. All I have to do is do the original listing, put my quantity in as like 1,000 quantity, and then people can buy as many of them as they want, and that's a good way of doing business. And I've always wanted to find that scalability, because with eBay, with, unique items are brilliant. I love doing them. I love the variety of them. But at the same time, I do want to try and find some element of my business that is a little bit more scalable. That's a little bit more, just a little bit more easy to deal with. So I'm not having to put a lot of effort into it, Because I think that by the time, let's say I'm 40 or 50, I won't want to put a lot of effort into my business. I want it to produce for me without me doing that much, maybe only working 2 or 3 days a week instead of working 5, 6, 7 days a week or whatever on any given week. So yeah, I want to kind of get that. I want to implement all these things now, all these investments, all these different things that are more scalable now through my 20s, so then when it comes to my mid-30s, late 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, I've got a bit more scalability there and more sustainability, that's a better word, and I don't have to work as hard, I don't have to kill myself for it, because as you get older, as you get into middle age, and obviously older than that, you end up getting more health problems and things like that. So then I've got to think, well, if I'm having the foresight to think, well, that will be a possibility, or it will be an actuality, I need to think, how am I going to contrast that with my business? And of course, with me, with having the cerebral palsy in this hand and this leg, I'm going to suffer a little bit more, most probably because of arthritis and things like that. I'll probably end up getting arthritis in my early 50s or something instead of your 60s or 70s. It's probably going to be, it's pretty much going to be an actuality for me because of the way that you can see here, show you on my thing, you can see here like this, I don't know whether you can see it that well, but it kind of, in its natural state, this hand kind of curves over. It doesn't that isn't its natural state. Its natural state isn't just to go like that. Like this one, see that one there? It's natural state is like that. But with this one, it automatically wants to bend over a bit. And then what you get is this curve in here, and over years and years and years of building, just having that like that, stayed like that, you're going to get some pain here. And so I have it every now and then now, to be honest. So I imagine even at 23, if I'm getting some stiffness here, obviously not arthritis, but some stiffness, by the time I'm 50, 60, I'm going to get something much worse than that. So I've got to plan for things like that as well. So, but this all comes with intelligence, foresight, planning, and it's the level of detail I like to look at things. I like to make sure, right, well, this is this and that's that, and whether that's an autistic trait of myself, whether I've got some sort of autism or something, which I'm still not sure of, whether it's a psychological thing, a personality thing, I'm not sure, but I like to plan that way and I like to do that. Anyway, we've got a lot of questions coming now. Well, we've got a lot of chat coming, maybe not a lot of questions, but a lot of chat. Ashley Cumming, question. Can you set up eBay to take fees instantly as you sell an item? The way it deducts final value fees. I would rather that than wait for a bit. Now, than wait for a bill, that you said. So, I know Zahir talked about this ages ago, about how he pays his eBay bills daily, or he did do, or something like that anyway. And I know a few people have done this. Now, I don't know whether you can do that as an automatic thing, or whether you have to do it manually. So you have to manually go in every day, and and then you have to press a button, and then you'll pay your fee. I would imagine there's somewhere on eBay that you can set it up so it's an automatic thing. Now, in terms of per item sold, I don't think, and someone can correct me on this, I've not looked into it enough, but I don't think there's a way that you'll be able to automatically get them taking their fees out of every sale. That's almost like the PayPal working capital thing, where PayPal will take their working capital section of the loan or whatever out of a percentage of your sales immediately. But I don't think you can do that with eBay. But the daily thing might work well for you. Whether you have to do that manually or whether you have to do that automatically, that might work well. I don't know where it is in the seller dashboard or anything. There'll be some way you can set it up. Maybe type in YouTube, there might be a tutorial. Maybe just have a look around your account on eBay, your little account section with all the different tabs, like with your personal information and stuff. It'll be in one of those tabs most likely where you can set it up that way, but I don't think it goes to that level of automation, unfortunately. I just wait every month. Actually, I need to pay my bills today, tomorrow or something. I just do it at the start of the month, pay it one lump sum. That's the way I've always liked to work. I know a lot of people don't like to do that because they like to keep track of it more, on a daily or weekly basis. But I just make sure that I've got that money in there, build that money up over the month. I keep X amount in PayPal for those eBay fees specifically, that bulk payment, and then I just withdraw it. Now, not withdraw it. I pay it. Pay my eBay bill. Now I know that doesn't work for some people because they need to track it, or they want to track it daily, or they feel like they can't completely track it in terms of knowing exactly what their final bill will be, and I don't know exactly. That's why I just kind of keep a rough figure in there that'll more than cover it, and then obviously I pay it that way, and then I'll take any remainder out after, like the day after or the day of paying that bill. I'll take any remainder out and put that into another bank account or something like that. So yeah, it's one of those things though, paying your eBay bills. It's a bit annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna have to have a drink because I've done Reselling Rebels this morning for an hour, and then I've been chatting on here for an hour as well. My God, I tell you, I don't know how hoarse your voice is. I was vegan for nearly 10 years, hated every second of it. Really? Why were you a vegan for 10 years then if you hated every second of it? Maybe, I guess, you were younger and your parents said you had to do it. Maybe that's the reason why, but yeah. I wouldn't... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind being vegan, but there'd be certain things I would miss. I mean, I'm not far off there. Obviously, I have my eggs and my milk and stuff and butter, but... I'd say they're the only three things, really, and that's pretty much what separates a vegan from a vegetarian, but maybe a few other things. Oh no, cheese I have as well. Yeah, so there's a few things actually, but I wouldn't mind it. I could probably do the vegan cheese. I could probably do the soya milk if I got used to it, but I would miss eggs, depending on how good the vegan cheese was, or is. It would depend on whether I'd miss cheese or not, because I really do like cheese and I have it quite often. And then, yeah, what else? Butter. I don't know what the vegan butter's like. Maybe I guess they have vegan butter, but I don't think I've really ever looked into it. But yeah, it's I tried it. I did actually try it when I was changing over. I was messaging a guy called Tom who's been in the reselling community for ages. Well, he's actually got a normal job now because he's looking into real estate investing and stuff. But anyway, I'm not going to give you his life story. There's no point in giving you his life story. But anyway, so he was a vegan, or he is a vegan. And he was saying for me to, maybe just have a go of it, or he knew that I was kind of thinking about being vegetarian and stuff. So I asked him what sort of things to get and all the rest of it. And I picked up a few things, and I tried the soya milk for a bit, and I tried a few other things. I'd never tried the vegan cheese though. But I got a few other things, and I tried it for a couple of days, and I was like, I just think that vegetarian is for me, not vegan, but not meat. Just that seems to fit me, and therefore that's what I decided to do. Whether, as I say, I commit to being a meat eater again at some point, I don't know, possibly. Nigel says, Ashley Cumming, no, but you can manually make a payment of any at any time. Just be careful towards the end of the month as payment taken and manual payment can clash. Yeah, that's the other thing. So I imagine with what Nigel's saying there, you can literally just do a payment every day manually, and I'm guessing that's what Zahir was talking about when he was doing it. So, we've got Andy Robinson says, how is your Lego stock and general FBA piles for the busy period looking compared to last year? Are you more confident about them than you were last August? You know what? I'm not 100% happy. We're now in July. Oh no, we're now in August. Oh god, it's coming. If you think quarter 4 is a long time off, trust me, December will be here in a second, literally. So we're getting quite close to the wire now, actually, with regards to coming up to quarter 4. So, yeah, I'm not 100% happy. I've got a car boot. Potentially, I've got a car boot this Sunday. So I'm going to be on the hunt for some sealed stuff then. And then that can just go into my lockup. I will do a video on my sealed stuff. It's not as impressive as last year, so it won't be as an incredible video as last year. I've hardly got any board games or anything like that. I've got a few sealed jigsaws and stuff I got from RA, but I've not really got many jigsaws and stuff, sealed jigsaws that I was buying off eBay and all the rest of it. So it's not as impressive, but I will do a video at some point on that, probably October again, because people do like to see those. I don't know why, but people like to see those videos. I guess it's kind of exciting because, there's big piles of stuff. But no, I'm not as happy this year. I really need next year in Jan, to really invest like good amounts into. You see, the problem is, I want to invest in Lego, but I'm not as comfortable with it at the moment as I was a couple of years back. It doesn't seem as stable as it once was. Like there's certain sets that I think, oh yeah, that'll do well. And then I'm looking at it and thinking, yeah, but I don't know, because on Amazon, the price is still like really low. So I need to maybe relook at what was that? Was it a 5-step system I put in place a couple of years ago or whatever? I need to relook at that 5-step system, see what I'm doing, hone it down again, and then see, and really choose my sets wisely. In January, reinvest the profits from December, of course, and get as much of some good quality sets as I can, and get them in the lockup, all solidly in there, nice big pile, and then just buy little bits and bobs throughout the year from car boots and charity shops and stuff, just to top up the pile with a few quid invested here and there, and that's that. But the other issue is I don't want to invest loads, because to be honest, I don't think I might have a fair bit to invest in January. I don't know what quarter 4 is going to be like. I really haven't a clue. You never know with this Etsy plan that I've got going. That might do well for me in quarter 4, so I don't know what it's going to be like. But, if quarter 4 is good for me, then I'll have more to invest, and then I might feel like I want to invest more, and then I'll get to maybe an even better standard next quarter 4 with FBA. But, this year's a bit... It's okay. I mean, you've seen the pile in the lockup, I'm sure, and there is quite a lot there, but there's a lot of, like, duplicate sets, the same sets and stuff that... In hindsight, I'm like, should I have bought that? I'm not too confident with it anymore. And then there's other sets that I'm like, yeah, okay, that'll be okay. And I bought 10 of one set that I think it cost me probably about 160 quid or something for the 10 of the set. And, so about 16 quid or something each. But I got 10 of them sets, and they, I think, will do well. They're a Christmas-themed set. So yeah, I think they all do well for me. Maybe even got 15 of them, I'm not sure. But yeah, so there's certain ones that I think will do well, other ones that I don't think will do well. I've got a few actually sets left over from last year that I didn't send up. So there's a few of those still in there that I'll just end up sending up or start maybe sell them on eBay. I'm not sure this time around. But yeah, in a quick answer, I'm not as confident really. Right then, where are we now? Oh, got a bit more chat here. Adam, have you explored Stoicism? It really helps me stay focused. Stoicism is I've got a book on it actually, and Stoicism to me there's good points to it, there's bad points to it. I have not read enough of it. I've not read my book on Stoicism yet. But I think it was created by Socrates. There was a Roman general or a Roman emperor, I think it was Marcus Aurelius or something like that, who was a Stoic philosopher as well. So, it was mainly kind of Greek, all that sort of stuff, philosophy. Or he might have been Greek. Was it Marcus Aurelius that was Greek? I don't know. Anyway, but that's what I read. And basically, it's this kind of base philosophy of... The base thing is, as far as I can understand it, from what little research I've done, so don't quote me on this until I've read my book properly, but there's positive and negative in life, right? There's pleasure and your pain. And Stoicism wants to treat or looks at pleasure and pain the same. So it's essentially saying, if you're getting a lot of pain, don't put your ego into it. Don't kind of be like, oh God, it's painful, you know what I mean? In the kind of understanding that doing that is a futility anyway. Because whether you scream or cry, or whether you don't scream and cry, the pain is still going to be there. So you may as well just relax into the pain. So therefore, it basically approaches the subject of just being at one level, which is very admirable. Don't mind that. And, now, but my counter argument to that kind of philosophy of that part of Stoicism. Now, of course, there's a lot of naturalist side of it as well. So we're always talking about, I think we're talking about being a bit more in tune with nature and stuff and all that sort of stuff. But my counter argument is to this kind of treating positive and negative the same, right, in that regard. Very good, very brilliant. And over in China, obviously the equivalent to this, we might say, is something called Mushin, which literally means no mind. It translates as no mind. And it doesn't mean necessarily that you literally have, it could mean in one regard you have like a completely blank mind. But it's got a bit of a different meaning to that, really. I believe that Mushin is more actually dispersing illusions from your mind. So let's say you're going in for an operation and you're really scared and you don't want to do it. And, some people might back out. They might say, oh no, I'm not going to do the operation, I can't do it or whatever. There'll be people out there who do that, right? Maybe I would even be in that category, I don't know. But there might be people out there like that. What was I saying anyway? But Mushin approaches it as just doing these things, going with whatever happens essentially, and being completely centered in that, and not letting these illusions of fear or these illusions of intense pleasure or anything disrupt your flow, disrupt the way you flow. So it's kind of almost an equivalent of that. But Mushin, you see, people believe that Mushin, you're meant to have a blank mind, free of emotion, free of anything. It's not quite right. It's that you have all your emotion, you have all your... From my understanding of it, this is... You have all your emotion, you have all these illusions in your mind, but you dispense them. You can dispense them from reality, from the actuality of the situation, and you walk on anyway, right? It's like this morning. I'll give you a very quick example. I went to the doctor's this morning. Well, I wasn't really going to tell anyone this anyway, but I went to the doctor this morning. People know that I have anxiety centered around medical things, right? So I'm not going to rehash that. But obviously I had anxiety, and I didn't want to go. But I had this lump on the back of my head, and I was a little bit worried, I was a little bit concerned because I had a migraine on Monday, and I had another quite severe headache on Wednesday. So I thought it's best just to get it checked out. So I made this decision last night, I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow. Then today, I get in the car, go to the doctor's, walk through the door, wait for my appointment, go into the doctor's, come out again. I did not want to do that one bit. Did not want to do. I was having panic. I wasn't having a panic attack, but I was anxious. Right, I didn't want to do that. But that in itself, to me, is a form of mooshing in the fact that you separate your mind from this no mind. So you're just doing it. You're just doing what needs to be done without your ego, without this sense of self, with this, your mind getting in the way. You're just flowing with what happens. And that relates a little bit more to Taoism as well. But so essentially we can relate those two a little bit. And we can also draw a lot of parallels between Stoicism and Taoism, which is similar. Taoism is about living with the course of nature and living in harmony with things, and realizing that the positive and the negative are essentially a flowing round a circle, really, in which they're never really fixed. There's never a completely fixed bad, or there's never a completely fixed good. They're just this illusionary force that keeps going round and round and round. We see this, really. Pain never lasts forever, or pleasure never lasts forever in life. You can, try and have sex with someone for as long as possible, but it's going to come to an end at some point. You can try and be in pain for as long as possible, but it will come to an end at some point, even if that end may be death, unfortunately. But there's no fixed, center of negative or center of positive. So that sometimes comes into, or draws a parallel with Stoicism in this idea of just staying at this one level. Because obviously a Taoist would realize when something negative comes along, they just think, oh, well, it doesn't matter because something positive will come along in a few weeks' time or a few months' time or whatever. So they can transcend the negative because they understand it just flows around like that. So I like looking at it from a Taoist philosophy rather than the Stoicism kind of viewpoint. Stoicism seems a bit, I don't know. I don't know. I've not read into it enough, so I can't comment too much. But my viewpoint with Stoicism, this is my viewpoint, right? We were put here, right? Get rid of all conceptions from your life, right? We were put here, and what do we first do when we're born? Most people, most babies will scream and cry, meh, 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 meh. And then what happens is they start growing, and then maybe something comes along. And what do kids do when they, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever? They when they get angry, you can see that they're angry. When they're happy, you can see that they're happy, and they just flow with whatever's happening in that regard, whatever they feel. So why should we try and cut that out? What's the Stoic philosophy? Why should we? That's drawing a conception from reality. Why don't we just base level reality? If you're sad, why not be sad and cry all you might with all you might? If you're happy, why not be ecstatic and smile with glory? If you're angry, why not be angry? You're drawing conceptions, and you're trying to kind of be on this one wavelength that's kind of slightly altered from your base nature. So what my kind of philosophy is go with whatever you feel, whatever's natural, whatever's closest to nature. Another example of this, you see cats, dogs, lions, whatever. If they're in pain, they don't just sit there and just not do anything. They scream, or they roar, or they howl in pain because they're in pain, and like anyone does. So you see, that's where it gets me, the Stoic philosophy, but I've not looked into it enough, so there might be comparisons that I'm drawing a little bit falsely there, or a little bit wrong, so I need to read my book before I start really getting into the nuts and bolts of it, and before I can really start attacking it, because that's what I want to do. I'm not gonna BS anyone. I'm not gonna say the actual word. I'm not gonna BS anyone. I'm not, as far as I'm aware, I'm not as happy with Stoic philosophy as with, let's say, some level of an alternative with Taoism. But if we are to say that Taoism and Stoicism are almost two sides of the same whole, then really I can't have much of a problem with Stoicism because I like Taoism. So I might be a little bit wrong with that, with berating it too harshly. So as I say, I need to read my book, but I get there's positives to it and all the rest of it. And I'm sure there's way much more than that, way much more than I'm covering there. And I'm sure there's daily routines and stuff that are absolutely amazing and that really do work brilliantly. I don't necessarily want to come at it that I'm tearing down the whole philosophy or anything. I think that in every philosophy, there's something that can be picked out that's decent. On whatever philosophy you choose, whatever religion really you choose, there's something of worth in it. Whether you look at Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, whether you look at Christianity, Catholicism, whatever religion you choose or whatever philosophy, there's something that can be picked out of there and think, you know what, that's actually good. I'm going to apply that to my own life. So yeah. Anyway, I'll quickly look down the old chat. It doesn't look like there's anything else. I sold 2 Kellogg's football bowls I had lurking in the cupboard after watching your video. Oh yeah, I've got a couple of them football bowls actually listed, so I need to sell them at some point. I need to reduce the price or something. Hi all, sorry late, I'll watch back later. Oh, it's been a funny one today. What is it, Derek? I couldn't think of your name, man. It's been a funny one, Derek, today because we've had Andrew in on the audio, we've had Troll in over on Discord. My God, I'm glad that people couldn't see those pictures. My God, those pictures of those trolls were sending on Discord. God, some of them were crazy. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do whack a like on it. If you have any comments, questions, or queries, please do drop them down below. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. So I will see you very soon, guys.